What's up, Internet? Welcome to the slowest GSXR rebuild ever. Today we're going to work on the rear brake master cylinder. We've got a rebuild kit for that. We're going to pull it off the bike, rebuild it, put our new core moto brake line on, see if we can't build up some brake pressure. Before we do that though, we've got these beautiful ProTech rear sets. These things are a work of art that I have completely destroyed, and they're bent up pretty bad, so we got to straighten these out to the best of our ability, at least just to get things apart so we can rebuild the master cylinder kit. Anywho, let's get started. Or break it off. I don't need to straighten it. Brake works. That's not what I was going for, but at least now I can pull the pin and the little cotter key on the other side here and get it disassembled and off the motorcycle. That's the goal. I was never going to try and reuse this. This stuff was bent really bad. It breaks my heart because, like I said before, it's a beautiful work of art. These ProTech rear sets are they look really good, but they gotta go. We're gonna put the stock ones back on. I still have them in the box buried over there somewhere. Let's get to it, man. Let's take this thing apart. All right, the rear set and the master cylinder, brake line, everything is disassembled off the bike. And down here is all the crap we're going to throw away. This is the old bent up rear set, newly broken rear set. It's still just quite a shame to me because this was like a work of art. It's a beautiful rear set. There's our old banjo bolt, old brake line. One quick tip is it's a lot easier to break the banjo bolt loose on the master cylinder. It kind of sits behind here. It's easier to break that loose before you take the rear set off the frame. I actually missed that, had to put the bolts back in. I just snugged them up, but that held everything in place so I could get a 3/8 inch socket or ratchet with a 12mm socket behind here and break the banjo bolt loose. So if you're doing that, do that first before you take the rear set off of the bike. Here's the rear master cylinder ready to disassemble, and there's the cap, goes on top of the reservoir mounting bolts, screws, and then the pin here. Yes, the rear caliper still not back on the bike yet. We got to clean up our pads, and we're going to wash the bike before we put this back on. And hopefully we'll get that done in this video. We are ready to disassemble and rebuild the master cylinder. Let's do it. All right, we've got the All Balls rebuild kit all laid out next to the old parts. So in the center here we have the push rod and the piston. To the left are the old seals. This is the front, this is the rear spring obviously, and the old circlip. Over here on the right hand side we've got the new parts, and this is looking good. This is feeling good because if you saw any of the footage from when we did the rebuild kit on the front master cylinder, we had some issues. The spring was a different size, these seals were different sizes. Nothing felt the same. About the only thing that was the same size was the dust seal on the front. End result is we're getting a new master cylinder for the front. But this looks good, this feels good, everything looks the same. So we're gonna go ahead, clean up the piston, clean up the push rod, clean up the cylinder here, and then put everything back together, get it back on the bike. The rear master brake cylinder went together with ease, like it's supposed to. Like it's supposed to when you get the right parts. Call me crazy. I'm feeling really good about the rear master cylinder. I didn't feel good about the front at all because I knew I didn't have the right parts. It was weird, even the OEMs. Anyway, go back and watch some of the previous videos. I'll put a link over in the top right hand corner of the screen. Problem is I did find the old stock rear sets. My plan was to put on the stock rear sets because, as you saw, the right side was trash. Still breaks my heart. But I could only find the stock rear set for the left side. I don't know what happened to the right side. I'm just going to assume I crashed and destroyed the right side. And that's why I went with the aftermarket Protex, and I crashed again, destroyed the right side again. But this is okay because I'm going to order new rear sets, not stock ones, tonight. It's unfortunate I didn't get the master cylinder reinstalled on the bike and brake line hooked up and fluid and pressurized and all that jazz. So, man, not much has gone right with this build. Lots of things have had to be done and redone and redone and redone. Parts, wrong parts. It goes on and on and on and on. We're getting there though. I think the rear brake master cylinder came out super clean. Really happy with it. And we did wash the rear of the bike. It was just 15 years of different layers of dust from 2 different states. But it's nice and clean now. We'll get the brake caliper on, we'll get those rear sets ordered, and she'll be ready to go. If you made it this far, I appreciate you watching. If you'd like to support the channel, check out the Patreon. Link is in the description. You'll get early access, voting rights, different things like that. Yeah, because we're going to vote for the color eventually. Let's see, what else? Yeah, MonkeyButtRides.com. Merch. Dun, dun, dun. I guess that's about it, guys. Thanks for sticking with me through the slowest GSXR build ever. Keep the rubber side down. We'll see you guys in the next video. Maybe we'll have working brakes. Maybe I'll get the front brake master cylinder rebuild and the new rear set at the same time, and we'll have front and rear working brakes. We'll go for that first test ride that I keep saying is imminent week after week. I mean, anyway, I'm completely misusing the word imminent, obviously. All right, guys, I'm out. Have a good one. See ya. Bye.